The first time he said my name instead of my love, I felt my future shift under my feet. It was not loud. It was quiet, and that is what made it terrifying. My name is Olivia Bennett. I am not someone who overthinks every small change. But that day, something inside me refused to stay silent. This story is not about a sudden breakup. It is about how love slowly changes its language. And how I ignored the signs. For 3 years, Ethan Brooks called me my love. In texts. In whispers. Even when he was tired, he would smile and say it softly. Even when we argued, he never forgot that name. It was his way of holding me close. We met at a bookstore on a rainy evening. I was reaching for a novel, and so was he. Our hands touched at the same time. He laughed and said I could take it. I told him we could share it. That was how everything began. Ethan was gentle in simple ways. He remembered small details about me. He noticed when I was quiet. He used to bring me coffee before I asked. He saved my favorite seat at the cinema. He listened when I spoke about my fears. We built dreams together. A small house near the countryside. A golden retriever running in the yard. I believed in those dreams completely. I trusted his voice when he said forever. I never questioned it. But over the last few months, something felt different. Not dramatic. Just different. His hugs became shorter. His replies became slower. His eyes looked distracted. I told myself he was stressed. His company had started a new project. I wanted to be supportive. I tried to ignore the distance. I tried to stay patient. I tried to be understanding. Then came that Sunday. We met at our favorite cafe by the river. It was the place where he first said he loved me. I thought it meant something special. He arrived late. Not very late. But late enough to feel unusual. He did not kiss my cheek. He did not hold my hand. He just sat down. "Hi," he said simply. No smile. No warmth. I studied his face carefully. He looked tired. Or maybe guilty. I asked about his week. He gave short answers. One word at a time. The silence between us grew heavier. I felt like I was sitting across from a stranger. Not the man I loved. Then his phone rang. He looked at the screen quickly. His expression changed. He stood up at once. "I need to take this," he said. And he walked outside. Without looking back. Through the glass window, I watched him. He turned his body away from the cafe. His voice seemed soft, almost gentle. He smiled during that call. A smile I had not seen in weeks. My stomach tightened. When he came back, his face was serious again. He avoided my eyes. His hands trembled slightly. "Is everything okay?" I asked carefully. He took a deep breath. And then it happened. "Olivia, we need to talk." Not my love. Not baby. Just Olivia. My name sounded distant in his voice. Formal. Cold. In that second, I understood something was ending. Not loudly. But slowly. I tried to stay calm. "What do you mean?" I asked. My voice felt weak. He looked down at the table. "I've been thinking," he said quietly. "About us." The word "us" sounded fragile. Like glass about to break. Like something already cracked. "I'm not sure about the future anymore," he continued. "I feel confused. Confused after 3 years." The cafe was full of people laughing. Music was playing softly. But my world had gone silent. I reminded him of our plans. The house. The dog. He gave a small, sad smile. Things change, Olivia. Again, my name. Each time he said it, I felt the distance grow. Love was losing its softness. It was becoming careful. Is there someone else? I asked quietly. He did not answer immediately. That pause hurt more than words. No, he finally said. But he did not look at me. We left the cafe separately. No hand-holding. No goodbye kiss. That night, my phone stayed silent. No message. No good night, my love. I lay awake staring at the ceiling, repeating his voice in my mind. The way he said my name. And deep inside, a quiet truth began to form. Maybe love had not disappeared that day. Maybe it had been fading for months. And I was the only one still holding on. 3 days passed in complete silence. No calls. No explanations. I checked my phone constantly. I reread our old conversations. I searched for comfort in past words. But the warmth in those messages felt old. Like photographs from another life. Like memories, not reality. On the 4th day, I made a decision. I needed the truth. Even if it broke me. I went to his office without telling him. My heart was racing. But my steps were steady. The building looked tall and cold. I felt small in front of it. But I walked inside anyway. The receptionist smiled politely. Ethan Brooks? I asked. She nodded. He just stepped out for lunch, she said. With someone. Those 2 words felt sharp. With someone. I stepped outside slowly. Across the street was a quiet restaurant. I looked through the window. And there he was. Ethan sat at a corner table. Across from him sat a woman with dark hair. They were laughing softly. Not formal laughter. Not work laughter. Intimate laughter. He leaned forward. He touched her hand gently. The same way he used to touch mine. Something inside me finally understood. He was not confused. He had already moved on. The confusion was only for me. The waiting was only for me. The pain was only for me. I did not walk inside. I did not cry in public. I simply stepped back. In that moment, I felt strangely calm. Not because it did not hurt. But because the truth was clear. That evening, he called me. I looked at his name on my screen. For the first time, I did not feel hope. I answered. Olivia, he said softly. Still know my love. I closed my eyes. I saw you today, I said quietly. Silence filled the line. He tried to explain. He said it was complicated. He said he did not mean to hurt me. But I finally understood something important. People are not confused when they love you. They are only confused when they are leaving. You don't have to explain, I said calmly. There was a long pause. Then he whispered, I'm sorry, Olivia. And that was when the final realization came. The problem was never my name. The problem was that I was the only one still in love. He stopped saying my love. Because I was no longer his. That night, I cried deeply. But not because I lost him. I cried because I lost myself trying to keep him. Weeks later, I heard he was officially dating her. It hurt. But it did not destroy me. Because the truth had already set me free. Here is the twist I never expected. The moment he said my name instead of my love was not the moment I lost him. It was the moment I started finding myself. Sometimes the most painful word is not goodbye. It is your own name. Spoken without love. And that is how I learned. That love does not end in shouting. It ends in silence.